now. Give me a moment to pull up chat. Pretty interesting stuff today. We're going to talk about all the companies. We're on a website called Bricks and Minifigs. Minifigs spelled with two F's. And it's interesting. This is the first time we've actually looked at the businesses themselves. And there's a lot of them. There's 56 total businesses. That might sound like a lot to you guys because it is. Thanks, Alex. It is a lot. 56 is not normal. Man, 56 businesses. Where to begin? You have to file 56 franchise reports, even if it's a no report. You have to do 56 sets of taxes. It's a lot. It is quite a bit. Now, we're only going to focus on Daniel today. We don't have... Yeah, I am tired. Yes, I am tired. So we don't really have much reason to focus on other people because Daniel is... So we'll focus on Daniel and then, of course, Ammon, right? These are the two big ones. I think we'll probably tackle Ammon today because it's alphabetical. But yes, Ammon has 11 different companies, different LLCs. That's a lot. Like I said, when I had two, so I had my marketing agency, I had my Pokemon card business, it was still kind of a mess to put two apart. So to have 11 is not very normal. Now, interestingly enough, right, some of them are, afraid of lawsuits. This is probably very, very similar. You can see Ammon McNeff is here. Ammon McNeff is a registered principal. State of Utah Commerce. I assume this one is very similar to Legally Mind. It sounds similar, where you are trying to avoid being sued. The name of the company is Afraid of Lawsuits. That is probably for SEO purposes. So search engine optimization. There are people who are afraid of lawsuits, doctors, dentists. Very similar. So we're going to take a look at two videos today. One from Lego Loving Lady. This just came out of the blue. And then this is her explaining why she doesn't want to support her local Bricks and Minifigs. And then another one that we haven't really gone over how Ammon McNeff made Bricks and Minifigs so successful. So those are the two we are going to go over today. Yeah, long night. Okay. So this is another one called Alligator Dividend Management. So we know that Evelyn is an elf. We know Daniel is a bear. Now we know what type of animal that Ammon most looks up to. He looks up to alligators. Yes. Very interesting that out of all the animals that he could have chose, he chose an alligator. Now, he does have a black hound later, but I just thought it was interesting that he chose to be an alligator. So Daniel is a bear. Everything companies that says bear would be Daniel. Alligator would be our good friend Ammon. So Ammon, a curious little boy interested in alligators. Here's a very interesting one. So here we actually have some meat. So these two, there's actually not much going on. So there's not much information. But here we actually have... we have an annual report filed. We have application and restatement, business exporting. We have commercial chains. So this one is actually very important. So it's a company called Associated Marketing. And Associated Marketing is its own company. But I think they're doing business as Trucker Management, LLC, commercial registered agent. Let's see what they do. Register agent. Wow. Okay, so very strange. They're changing agents like a lot. So who do you sue? Who you can sue, like trucker management. Scott A. Anderson is the owner. Oh! That is an email. That is an email we know. LegallyMindUSA.com. So this company here, Trucker Management, is somehow connected to LegallyMindUSA.com. Very interesting here. You can see that Scott's email is Legally Mind. So at this point in time, he's still working with Legally Mind. He's still doing stuff with Legally Mind. Very, very fascinating stuff. Is Scott here too? No, this is Ammon. This is Trucker Management. Oh, the registered agent is Trucker Management. And then the Trucker Management, instead of having his own email address. Oh, fascinating. So Trucker Management, instead of having his own email address, actually just uses Legally Mind email right here. So this is the registered agent, which is his email address is legallymindUSA.com. And then this is the associate marketing. So that was fascinating. Okay, so there is some interaction at this point in time. When was this? When was this done? When was this stamped? I'm trying to find a date. There should be a date. Scott A. Anderson is the manager of it. Here's the date. Oh, 2013. So that's when they were still doing the Legally Mind stuff. Makes sense. Okay, so this is the IP, but there's not much going on for the IP holdings. The name is BAM IP. Here's the address. Each contract to company of deed or bill of sales. Mortgage, I certified. This is Ammon McNeff's signature, July 10th. Ammon McNeff and Matthew McNeff. So this is the brothers together. So I guess they're putting the trademark and all the IP stuff in here. And this is the BAM franchising company that we know and we love. Now, again, interestingly enough, this BAM franchising company has been recently dissolved, I believe. Here's we see a name that we haven't really gone over very much, but BJC has done a good job. We see this name, Reed Brimhall. And the Brimhalls are actively engaged in. So when we type in Reed Brimhall, we get this guy here. Chief Financial Officer of BAM Franchising. And he's been the chief financial officer. No, he's also a, wow, okay, so he is currently, he's chief CEO of Boise Bricks and Minifigs. So he might actually own, I'm assuming he owns I'm assuming he owns a Bricks and Minifigs, and that's the one he owns. Bricks and Minifigs. Oh, wow, that's a big one. Right next to China Grand Buffet. Oh, that's a big one. Okay, so he owns this. So he owns a Bricks and Minifigs. That makes sense. For the last 10 years, almost 11 years. And then he is also the CFO of Bricks and Minifigs. But he also owns this other company called Driven Capital LLC, which is in the financial services. Oh, let's not allow that. Driven Capital LLC is a consumer lending license in all 50 states. Oh, shit. Is this who's doing the loans? So remember, a lot of the individuals who are buying franchisees, they don't have $300,000 or $600,000 in cash. Oh, is this auto dealer? This is a loaning company. So the CFO of Bricks and Minifigs is also the owner of a loan company. Oh, he's also the CFO of a what is this? Driven Capital LLC. Okay, so he owns a Bricks and Minifigs. What does this company do? Let's see. Oh, is this them? They are a loan company, but I think they do automobiles. Yeah, this is them. Credit comeback when it's knowledge. So let's see what they do. They offer loans. Website is very slow. Gary Hunter. I don't see his name here, which is interesting because he says he's a CFO. Driven Capital is a consumer lender operating across the U.S. Driven Capital is seeking to become the fastest funder of limited number of auto dealers that participate in our trusted dealer. Are you the right candidate to leverage Driven Capital loan pool for your oh, wow, holy moly. Less than prime buyers. Oh, my God. There you go. You know, I was trying to figure out a way to describe the franchisees without, like, offending them. And we use the term vulnerable, but that's not the actual term that we need to use. The term that we actually need is less than prime. Most of the people opening a Bricks and Minifigs, the reason they're not opening a McDonald's is they don't have capital to do so. So the fact is, Bricks and Minifigs is a really easy franchise to open because they will give you the loan, which is different from McDonald's. So I think this is exactly how I would describe them. They're a less than prime buyer. Yes, Rose, exactly correct. Subprime mortgage crisis. Okay, I'm reading chats now. Remember, we run over old people, predatory lending. It's auto loans for those with hard to obtain loans. That's correct. It's exactly correct. Oh shit, the Pokemon queue's up. Oh god damn it. I have not been able to buy the thing today. Okay, I'm human. Okay, I have to pick things that I wear on my head. Oh, fucking Pokemon queue. Don't worry, guys. It won't actually affect anything. I'll just have... Oh, my God. It's 65 hours long. Fucking Psyduck. Oh, God. It went to 74 hours long. Is that hours or days? Okay, anyway. Pokemon queue's up, guys. You can buy... For like $70, you can buy item that you can resell guaranteed for like $400, guys. $400. I recommend even if you have no interest in Pokemon, like you can buy this item for $70. We'll take a break to show you how profitable Pokemon Q is. Pokemon Q is fucking profitable as hell. So you can buy item on Pokemon Center right now for $60. And look, there's $400 with a day left on 18 bids. And all they do is they resell. Yeah, Goosey, 74 hours left. No. All they do is they resell the pre-order. I'm not even saying like, hey man, like, no. All they do is resell the pre-order. Let me show you how expensive these things are. So you pay $70 for it. They ship it to you, and then you resell the pre-order for like $400. Or $640, I guess. It is like the most profitable thing. Oh, good. We're down to 7 hours now. It is literally the most profitable thing in human being history. And they let you buy 2 of them. And you can buy other stuff too. That can be like flipped for money. You pay $140 for maybe $1,000 of resale items. It is amazingly interesting. I don't sell, I just open. Or I just collect. I still have all my Pokemon Center stuff. But anyway, yeah, this is exactly how I would describe this is exactly how I would describe most franchisees that I know of. Is that they want to own a business, but they might not have the capital to own a business. So they need subprime mortgages, right? Subprime mortgages is what they need. I missed a Pokemon queue before. Yeah, maybe one day we'll do like a Pokemon live stream. I think that would be fun to do. Just maybe on the other channel. So again, this is subprime. Subprime. These are people who are willing to take risky loans. So that makes perfect sense what this is. Oh, they recently hired this guy. His name is Show Will. They're like a salesy company, and they are... Oh, yeah, many borrowers come from credit categories commonly referred to less than prime, subprime. Driven Capital believes the potential of this market creates an outstanding opportunity for accredited investor lenders to repurpose cash earning little interest since the Great Recession. Okay, that's not great. Oh, man. So when you're talking about the Great Recession, that wasn't really a good time for, like, investor lenders? Yeah, big black dog. Yeah, shout out to Sheldon. I think he took down his video, but I think he went hard. Sheldon went hard. So anyway, this is very interesting stuff. Oh, what is this? They have 2? Bricks and Minifigs official. Oh, legally mine. Oh, they had people who still... Okay, what is this? BAM franchising. Oh, wow. Maybe we can apply for a job here. Hey, is this the guy? Is this the IT guy right here? I think this might be the IT guy. Oh, hey, we know this guy. He was recently hired and then fired. and now he works at Wendy's. Okay, very interesting company. Oh, here, look. Oh, wow, look at this. Growth and franchising isn't just about adding locations. It's about evolving your mindset. In Doug Farrell's latest franchising.com byline, he explores what it really takes to scale successfully in today's franchise landscape. The transition from running day to day to blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's take a look at the article. Plant the seed for growth from the start. Building the right team and culture. Adapting. This is like some like legal crap. Wow, 107 people share this? Interesting. So they're definitely still promoting. Okay, we're down to 3 hours. Thank you, guys. Yeah, interest. So they're subprime. So that's exactly how I would describe it. Subprime would be a good way for me to describe. They're not vulnerable business. They're not vulnerable business owners. That's not the word I want to use. I think this is exactly the same business model. Hey, you can't open a McDonald's because you don't have the $1 million. You can't open like another franchise that might be more successful. So why don't you open a Bricks and Minifigs with us? We even have this lending company that can give you a loan for 1.5% interest monthly. We'll help you pick the location. We'll help you do all this stuff. But at the end of the day, you can only use our approved vendors, including, but not limited to, who you can take a loan from. So this is very interesting. So BAM Franchising Inc. is currently inactive. So this company no longer exists. So what happened to it? Why did they get rid of it? Who knows? BAM Franchising Inc. So BAM Franchising Inc. So, okay, this is kind of like interesting to explain. So BAM Orium 1 LLC, that's the new company, which is also inactive, I guess. But their members are BAM Franchising Inc., which member is Adam Bringhall, and that's how they're hiding Bringhall. Because if you looked at just this, and you didn't know there was another company, you would think that, like, oh, it's just a a company is a member. Maybe Ammon owns the company, but Ammon doesn't own this company. The owner of this company is actually Adam or Reed Brinhall. So Reed Brinhall. Oh, none of the BAMP entities are in good standing right now. Thank you, Rose. But they can be made into good standing. So this might be a ploy so people cannot sue them. So if the franchisees are thinking about who to sue, they actually don't know who to sue yet because everyone's inactive, right? Did you see the Jester? No, I didn't see the Jester video. I know that BJC has the Jester video, and we might see it later, but I didn't see it. We didn't see it. Yeah, we just gotta, there's like a lot of businesses, guys. We gotta finish the businesses first. And then we gotta watch these 2 videos, and then we gotta go to our Pokemon Center queue. Oh, it's fucking Psyduck. Alright, now we have Black Hound. Oh, yes, the Black Hound is here. Ammon McNeff is Ammon McNeff. He registered himself 4 times, so you know this is Ammon's company. Ammon McNeff. It's also inactive, administratively dissolved. I don't really know what this company does. There's not much information on it, but it is indeed a dissolve. So Black Hound Company. Bricks by Box. This seems to be like they created a competing company. Reminds me of like a soda company, right? Where like you actually are owned by the same parent company, but you're like competing against each other. You know, like, what is it? Like different candy bars, like they look like they're like independent, but they're really not. So Bricks by the Box, that's got to be a Lego themed company, I assume. That's them again. And again, like, why is Ammon meaning, why does he need so many different companies? Oh, you know what? Ammon's last name is Daniel. So Daniel McNeff, who's Ammon's dad, named his kid Ammon. That's why Ammon probably hates his dad so much. Oh, I didn't realize this until now. Ammon's name is actually Ammon Daniel McNeff. There you go. Okay. Here is another. So Brindle Box again has another. So if you're like, oh, maybe Adam Brimhall is like a one-time thing. No, he's. Where's Adam Brimhall? Managing partner. No, Adam Brimhall is back. He's back, baby. Yes, this is Scott Anderson again. This is Trunco Management. Is also where is it? Trunco. Oh, here is the registered agent. So this is the whole Legally Mind. Man, this is like very complicated stuff, guys. Like, there's no reason that you have to do. So Trunco Management, which is Scott over at Legally Mind, is the registered agent of a second company called Brindle Box that Ammon McNeff owns. This is not a good articles of incorporation. They definitely don't have a lawyer helping them. I can show you my articles of incorporation, but it's like really long. let me pull up my articles. Like, let me show you what a real artist. So, like, this is like a dude who is not doing a good job or whatever he's doing. So let me show you what a real articles of incorporation looks like. I can show you mine. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Let me see if I can find it. Somebody's texting me. Normally when somebody texts me is not a good sign. You know, as you get older, all the people who want to communicate with you are like scammers or from India. Like, it's just horrible, man. It's like, you know, like when you're a kid and you get mail, it's like cool mail. It's like, oh, I either got my toy or, you know, something cool happened. But like when you're an adult, especially my age, almost like 40, I'm 38 soon. Oh, wow, that's a lot of articles of incorporation. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, let me show you what it actually should look like. I don't know. This like Google was like really weird. Tax documents, articles of incorporation. Who the fuck is Sheila? The SEO refer to. Okay, I don't know. I don't know where it is. There's too many. But anyway, the articles of incorporation is very, very long. Very, like, we're talking about, I think mine is like 40, 50. I'm kind of curious if I can just find it on my phone. Hold on. Actually, there's a lot of articles of incorporations in my email, far more than I thought. I guess, like, it was part of the lawsuit. We had to, like, submit our articles of incorporation and stuff. So, because they were suing companies, right? Okay. Yeah, there's actually a shit ton of emails. Holy moly. You know what? Who sent it to me? Pre-articles, full stack. Wow. Okay. Oh, is this it? This is the invoice for it. Okay, this is the invoice for when I paid my lawyer to do it. Oh, here, non-disclosure, non-compete, blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah, this is the articles. How long is it? It's pretty long. Okay, it's not as long as I thought it was. It was 20 pages. Okay, it's 20 pages. I thought it was much longer. But it's 20 pages. So yeah, I do remember it being much, much longer than this. So okay, my articles for my company Runrex, which is not open until like August sometime. We have to rebuild it. There's a lot of shit I have to do like at night when my kid goes to sleep. It doesn't look like this. This is only 5 pages. And he doesn't have a note. Again, this is a very lazy way to do it. So my articles of an organization is 20 pages, and it's like all text. So this is like a non-lawyer building. Again, I don't think any lawyer worked on this. I mean, look how like it does not look, to me, it does not look like a real articles of incorporation. Here we have another one. Again, it's 4 pages. It's really, really, lean. We paid a law firm to do this for us. This seems like he's doing it himself. The formatting, the text, like again, like when you have like this many companies, you're probably going to save money. What is this company's name? Central Utah Film Fund. Oh, okay. This is his charity. I got it. The purpose of the Central Utah Film Fund is to provide funding. Okay, let me go back to the other article. So, article of certificate of organization. They don't have an article here. Okay, article of incorporation. Let's figure out what they are. This looks like his charity. It looks like his personal charity. The purpose of the Central Utah Film Fund is to provide funding for underprivileged BYU and Utah Valley University film students seeking to enhance their education and capabilities as well as marketability of their films, to engage in all other law firm purposes, activities, and pursuits which are substantially similar to the foregoing and which are here and may hereunto be Section 50C. Yep, this is a nonprofit. 501C of the IRS code and be consistent with those powers. Okay, this big black dog. I am not a BAM black hound plant. Okay, thank you for the $1.99. So this is a nonprofit charity that is helping underprivileged BYU and Utah Valley University film students make films, I guess. So this is his, okay, is this still active today? Let's take a look. No, it is, it's inactive. But here we see a different name. We see the director is David John Maddox. And we see another person called Jordan Air Peterson. So this is the charity component of a company that is losing money all the time. Oh, here's a good one. Here's an interesting one. Okay, so under this one, there are many different like sub-businesses. So this is kind of like what when they say a shell company, this is the definition of a shell company. There's actually one of these people are located in Alaska. I'm not joking to you. Like, so it's called League of Heroes Letter. And then they have the LMRA, and then they have all these other things here. And you can see like this like when people talk about like a shell company, the reason it is a shell company, because it looks like a shell, right? So you kind of click on this, and it kind of looks like a giant shell, and here's more stuff, and it's like, whoa, holy shit, right? This is like what this is one company, but there's like multiple versions of it. So again, they're actually located in, you guessed it, Alaska. So why would a person who lives in Utah who may never have visited Alaska need a company in Alaska? Well, I guess we are going to find out soon. Very bizarre, Alaska, very hard to sue. Obviously, you have to physically go to Alaska. Business information. Here's a bunch of other companies. They basically are named the same thing. Oh, are these companies active? They seem to be pretty recent. Oh, wow. Okay, this is like 2026. This is Legally Mine is the signature. Wow, okay. Legally Mine is... Oh, wow. So, okay. Oh, wow. So in 2025, Dan McNeff is the signature. Okay, maybe we got to go look from the beginning. So Daniel McNeff is here. Where's Ammon? Where's our good friend Ammon? Daniel McNeff. Okay, where do we see? Legally Mined is the entity's name. Business export, commercial real estate. Who's this guy here? Doesn't look like him. Scott, Legally Mined. Okay, that's the guy. That's Scott again. Our good friend Scott from Legally Mind's back. Dan McNeff. Daniel McNeff. Daniel McNeff is president, vice president, secretary, and also treasurer of this company. Congrats, Daniel McNeff. Daniel McNeff. I'm looking for Samantha Carter. Okay. Whatever that is. Northern Lights, Anchorage. They actually have a location. Oh, this is their value of their stock. They issued 1,000 shares of common A stock valued at 1 penny each. A penny stock, if you will. Oh, wow. This was formed in 2016. That was a while ago. Deborah Rogers. I don't see I only see Daniel McNeff. I don't know why this would be connected. I haven't seen Ammon yet. Alaska, Deborah, Daniel McNeff, common A shares by Daniel McNeff, good standing. Okay. Yeah, I only see Daniel McNeff. I don't know why this is categorized. Maybe there is some Ammon McNeff. No, so that's him giving him stock again. Non-refundable, state of Alaska. Jeffrey Goldstein, Daniel McNeff again. Okay. Let's take a look. Maybe he's down here somewhere. League of Heroes letter. Oh, that's the trunker management that we've seen before. Trunker management. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, Ammon McNeff. Holy moly. Ammon McNeff. Last updated, and this company again is inactive. Very strange. So we do have Ammon McNeff. He is connected to this League of Heroes letter. I mean, I wonder if it's a real company. It's such a weird name, right? Oh, it is a real company. Holy shit. It is a real company. Look, they're actually they're promoting Bricks and Minifigs Orem, Utah. This is their company. Holy mo! So back in 2015, they were making masks. This is them. No, I'm not joking. This is them. Because look at them. They're promoting the new Bricks and Minifigs. That was the last post. They have a website. Oh, website is dead, so the company's probably dissolved. League of Heroes leather. They make superheroes masks from leather. Obviously, this should be obvious by now. That's oh, BYU. There you go. BYU. Holy wow, they are very, very interesting. So that's a Deadpool, of course, and obviously this is probably Ammon McNeff. He's got his BYU, right? I mean, that's crazy. I wonder if they have the license to these people. So I wonder if they had the license or not. It doesn't seem like they had the license. They did Doctor Who. They went to Salt Lake Comic Con. They make like these weird. They're kind of making this out of their own homes, it looks like. Wow, crazy stuff. Ammon McNeff. It's all out of leather. Legally mine, asset protect, and tax reduction YouTube video. Yeah, I don't think they actually have the license. This is a lot of like different characters. And it looks like it's multi, like Marvel. So obviously this is Hawk Girl from Superman, right? But they also have this is what? Freddy or from Friday. Like, yeah, I don't think they have all these licenses because it's a lot of different licenses. They do everything from Doctor Who to horror to Batman. Batman is DC, as is Hawk Girl, but they also do Wolverine, who's Marvel. So typically, you wouldn't give the same... Again, maybe it's Funko, right? League of Leather. Order a custom mask. Oh, this is their origin stories, guys. Ammon McNeff was working with his dad, and they were making a leather mask. Wow, pretty interesting stuff. Oh, that's Ammon. Dude, that's Ammon right now. Whoa, holy moly. That's Ammon. Dude, that's Ammon. That's 100% Ammon McNeff right here. That's 100% Ammon McNeff, guys. You cannot tell me. That's like a younger Ammon McNeff. Okay. Are you guys ready for Matt McNeff? That's Matt. So this is the family business. In 2015, this is the family business. Yeah, guys, screenshot this. This is like breaking news, guys. This is breaking news, guys. This is Ammon McNeff, and this is Matt. That's his brother. So it literally is a family business. Like if you want to know whether or not we're at the right company, oh yeah, we on the right company, right? We are at the right company. Yeah, I don't think this is licensed. I don't think they can like get the license for all these characters. There's just like too many of them. Okay. Yeah, like Batman and Captain America, they're from competing franchises. Oh, and then we're back to, but yeah, this is indeed Ammon's company. Let me go back to Ammon again. This is indeed Ammon's company. Somebody screenshot this and put in the Discord. It's pretty funny. Ammon doesn't have a mustache. I like how their chairs are like so bad too. This is like, again, they're working from home. Hey man, like I don't hate it. I think it's a good idea. Clearly they enjoyed it. They were making money. They were doing okay. That's Ammon right there. He doesn't have his mustache. Ammon pre-mustache, guys. And then this is Matt. For whatever reason, Matt is wearing a female mask. I believe this mask is Huntress from DC. If I'm correct, this is the Huntress mask. And I don't know what this is. This is like a Teenage Ninja Turtle mask. Let me know what you guys think this is. I think this is a Teenage Ninja Turtle mask, right? It kind of looks like that way. And this is Leonardo with the blue. I think this is a Huntress mask. So this is a female character from DC. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Oh, maybe it's a Scarlet Witch? Is it Scarlet Witch? Could be Scarlet Witch. I don't know what mask this is. What mask is he wearing? Could be Ladybug. Oh, no, I don't know if this is Green Lantern. This looks more like a Teenage Ninja Turtle to me. You know what? It could be like a very poorly done Green Lantern. Okay, I see it now. Okay, I kind of see it, but like I don't... It's not like... It's not very good. Yeah, it could be Green Lantern. I guess you guys are right. It could be Green Lantern. What's this one? Crimson Countess from The Boys. Original comic. Oh, it could be Spider-Woman. Yeah, you could be right. Spider-Woman. Probably not. Oh, okay. Colin has a Wayback Machine. Okay, let's go to the... Dude, what? I'm really kind of curious. What is this? Okay, I think people are saying this is Green Lantern in like the old times, right? But I don't know what this is. This looks very... Oh, you know what? Elektra. It could be Elektra. Hold on. No. Maybe not Elektra, right? No, I don't think it's Red Hood. I think it's a female mask. I think I've seen it before. I've seen this exact mask before. I just don't know where I've seen it before. Oh, wrong button. Oh, here's thank you, Colin. Maybe we can see a go on sale. Okay, this is them. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, that's the Flash, of course. Oh, Watchmen. Okay, so they also do like yeah, it's this one right here. Guys, it's this one right here. Yep. No, similar. The mask of a hero is more than a mask. A hero's mask symbolizes the true personality and nature of the individual. When we wear a mask, we are free to be who we really are. Oh, God. League of Heroes is proud to offer unique creations paying 5-star? Firestar. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that. I know Firestar. Yep, it is. Firestar. Yeah, it is Firestar. Or it's like their version of it. Good job, guys. We figured out the mystery. It is Firestar. No, yes. We figured out the mystery from Marvel Legends. I don't know what this is, but oh yeah, this probably this one here. So it's Firestar from Marvel Legends. So he is a female mask. Okay, there we go. He's wearing a female mask. League of Heroes letter is proud to offer unique creations paying homage to the super. Oh, okay. So they're saying, hey, we don't have the IP. So as a IP lawyer, as an IP lawyer, this means that they're paying homage. That means they don't have the licenses, by the way. All of our creations are handmade out of high-quality leather. After all tooling, cutting, hammering, stamping in their leather, and shaping, each mask is hand-painted or stained and then sealed. Oh, that's cool. Okay, let's go to About Us. Okay. So they have Instagram. Oh, reloading. They have Google Plus. Oh yeah, fucking Google Plus, and then they have a Facebook. Oh, they have a Pinterest too. Okay, so maybe it doesn't work. Blogs and news. See what type of news is happening. Not many blogs going on here. Custom orders. Oh, Eldrick. Yes, I know Eldrick. Yes, I love Silicon Valley. Okay, thank you, Memphis Art Guide 2. Eldrick. I have Funko Pops too, unfortunately. Yeah, Eldrick, he's like the asshole, right? He's the asshole. And Aviato, that's his like startup company he sold. Aviato. This is like one of the my favorite ways to describe like Google. It's like it's a bunch of people like Eldrick. Oh, it's a Green Hornet. Oh, it's a Green Hornet. Okay. So he's wearing the Green Hornet. Okay, it's a Green Hornet. Yeah, I think that's right. Guys, I think that's right. I think it's a Green Hornet. Yep, no, he's right. It's a Green Hornet. It's his version of the Green Hornet. So yes, they don't actually have rights to any of this IP. They're paying homage to. But yeah, it's 100% Green Hornet, and this is the Firestar. This is Freddy. This is Doctor Who. This is Hawk Girl. I don't know who this is. Who is this? This is obviously Cyclops. That makes Superman, Batman, Green Lantern. Green Wasp? Oh, I don't know who that is. Green Wasp? I don't know if Green Wasp is a superhero. Anyway, let's continue on. What if we like send him something here? Oh, cosplay? Oh, cool. Let's see, cosplay. Oh, he made this woman's mask, this Wolverine. Looks like they didn't do too bad. I mean, I wonder what happened to the Facebook. I don't know what happened to it. So then they start promoting this Bricks and Minifigs Aurum, which is still posting today. Actually, today, well, I mean, it's like 2 days ago it was posting. So this is... I have this fucking Lego. Guys, I have this Lego. Look, I have this exact Lego. It's so funny. Guys, I have this Lego. It's the invisibility cloak Lego. It's so funny. They posted this 2 days ago. This is their most recent post. And let's see what the comments say. My collection is gone, and then deleted everything, and then there's like one person posting his collection. Yeah, I have this exact Lego. Yeah, it's kind of interesting that I have the exact one that they're looking at. Wow. Yep, he even has the lightning thing. Yeah, he even has the lightning thing. Look. He even has that little lightning thing. This is exactly the same Lego I have. I knew it from a mile away because he has this weird cloak on him. That's cool. Okay, let's continue on. So it's one dude showing, and then they deleted everything else. So it's like one fan, Terry Rosenberg, saying like, "Oh man, this is awesome, guys. This is awesome." Jesus. Okay, flowers, Aurum. This might be corporate. Aurum is where they're located. That's where like everything is located. Aurum, Utah. That's where corporate Legos. I would imagine this is a corporate store. I 100% would imagine this is the store that Ammon and all the way back here in 2018 when they gave up, again, they decided, hey, we're no longer going to go in the letter business. We're going to go in the Lego business. This is exactly what they did. They opened a store in 2018. It kind of matches up. And then eventually they took over the Bricks and Minifigs. Okay, the Psyduck's not moving. So this kind of matches up what happened. I think they opened a store. They had such a good time with the store. So League of Legends, okay, that's a very interesting company. Now that is an interesting company. That is an interesting company. Okay. And then Protect Yourselves, which is more or less of this, it's a shell company when you have to keep clicking the stupid links. Okay, business information export, annual report. Nope. Oh, let's see what this is. It's also another company located in Alaska. Very interesting. Another company located in Alaska. What does it do? Who knows? What is this? State of Utah? No, it's in Utah now. Hold on a second. Is it Utah or Alaska? Is this the same Scott guy who signs it? They found like a dumbass like named Scott, and then he just signs off on all the documents. I don't think Scott is actually like reads any of these documents. He just kind of signs off on it and then gives his legally mine email address for contact. Because his name, this Scott guy, dude, this Scott guy has signed a shit ton of documents. Like, I don't know who he is, but, like, I'm pretty sure he's just kind of like a patsy, right? Like a Josh Johnson type, where he just kind of signs, like, hey, we need you to sign this random, like, at one point in time, isn't the customer like, wait a second, like, what is this? Like, not the customer, isn't like the employee like, remember that one employee? Oh, I did not notice. The same address of Driven Capital in Idaho shares a address with a PR company. Oh, wow, maybe it's their PR company. Holy moly, okay. Driven Capital in LLC. Okay, let's see where it is. Let's figure out where the address is. Well, let's just put address. Oop. Their website sucks. They must have an address. Okay, here's their... Oh, it's a P.O. box. No, it's not an address. It's a P.O. box that you can mail them from. Oh, no, this is just, this is like when you have like a shitty company. What is this? What is this company? Credit union. Holy mo, what is this, guys? What is this building? It looks weird. I don't know, it looks weird. We're gonna investigate. Microsoft is in this building? Look up Scott Anderson, paralegal, Utah bar. Okay, I'll look it up on YouTube. What is this place? Oh, here's some video footage. And why do we need to know that? Idaho Central Building, 200 North 400. Jose is really impressed. Jose, go get him, Jose. He's got multiple videos. Investment Wealth Management. So this has the same address. Pharmacy. Title X. Okay, let me look at what roads one needs to look at. Oh, maybe Ammon went evil. Yeah, maybe. Okay, let's take a look. Paralegal. Okay, we're looking at Scott Anderson. Oh, shit. Asset protection. Okay. He moved to Arizona. Legally mine. This is Scott Anderson. Guys, this is Scott Anderson. This is this guy here who's signing off on, like, literally everything. Scott, at least. So that's Scott Anderson. He's not a lawyer. He's a paralegal. Okay. Asset protection and entity creation. Scott is a paralegal, which is nothing. He's a Utah County notary and often meets with clients to review their estate planning documents. Scott is a volunteer with the Boy Scouts of America and is very active in several local council events. His favorite activity outside his work is spending time with his wife, Julia. So this is our good friend, Scott. Okay. He also teaches stock market and real estate investors how to protect their assets through the use of legal entities. Yeah, this guy is like the template for Legally Mine. Okay. Interesting. So that's our good friend Scott. Signature Daniel McNeff. Application Daniel McNeff. This is kind of similar to the last company we looked at. Oh, maybe this is the last company. Sorry, that is the last company. I got confused. Yep, and Daniel McNeff. Protect yourself. Alaska. Daniel McNeff. Trunkhead Management, we're familiar with that. That's Scott's company. Multiple entities. Oh, wow. Inactive, active. So they have multiple versions of themselves. Annual report. Okay, we looked at that. Business information. Bam! Ammon McNeff. We got him. Check out the BAM map update, the deed signed twice. Okay, we'll go to that, but that's the last time we're checking the update for this video, at least. Oh wow, Josh Johnson is oh wow. Wow, okay, this is very interesting. So Josh Johnson is actually a descendant of Joseph Smith, who is the Mormon leader. Dude, Josh Johnson may be a big shot. Right? So Josh Johnson is related to Joseph Smith. Joseph Smith is the, like, Mormon version of, like... Yeah, he's basically, he founded Mormonism. So, you know, Josh Johnson is actually Mormon royalty. He's like, wow, that's crazy. No wonder he's acting the way he's acting, because no one can do shit to him. Josh Johnson's, like, ancestor was Joseph Smith. It's wild. So he is a very, very high-ranking member of the Mormon community. So going after Josh Johnson was, like, crazy. And I bet you of course Josh Johnson knows this, right? That obviously he brags about it. Obviously he knows about this type of stuff. So his ancestor is the creator of Mormonism. Wow, that's interesting. What are we supposed to look at? I forgot. Bam. Okay, I forgot what we were supposed to look at, but that was interesting. Okay. Okay, so we're almost done here. Certificate organization. Here we have articles. Very, very poorly done. This is even more poorly done than the last one. This one is only 3 pages long, right? Okay, and that does it here. And then we're going to take a break and listen. Okay, Colin wants... okay, the deed signed twice. Okay. Oh, Scott Anderson. He's a notary. Oh, wow. Okay. It's all like the same people over and over again. So Scott Anderson, who works at Legally Mind, is actually the notary public. Okay, that's what Rose wanted to show me. Holy moly, guys. So Scott Anderson, they're all connected. It's all one big family, right? It's all one big family. Yep, there's Scott Anderson, Notary Public, Orem, Utah, right? Okay. Let's watch some videos. Give myself a break. Oh, they wanted me to look at the Mime company, or what's it called? Like Legally Mine? Yeah. So they said that they updated. So the guy who made this website said that he updated Spineless Ben for us. Okay, so where's the Spineless Ben? Discovered on... Oh, meet the partners. Okay. View the roster. The Silent Brick, Monsieur Merceau. Okay. Where's Spineless Ben? Oh, this is him. So, shout out to legallymime.com. We talk on Discord. Mimeless Ben, the intern, formerly a vocal operator within a adjacent rogue mine syndicate group. Ben has been integrated into the firm as part of an audible rehabilitation program. Habilitation? Wow, I'm very tired. Following a period of strategic romantic... oh, geez. Following a period of strategic romantic nonverbal dialogue with director Sedamina Bore. Who's Sedamina? Oh, this is Medina Dore. Okay, so these two are in a relationship, obviously. Ben deflected from his fraction. Oh, surrendering not only a massive cache of compromised assets, but also mapping out the exact atmospheric frequencies used to bypass our perimeter matrices. Having spent his former career as an audible member of society, he provides unique flexibility to our operational grid due to a profound medically verified lack of a structured backbone. How is Spineless Ben doing today? Did he post anything else recently? Urban Urtex? Is that his channel? Utah? Oh no, I think this is his channel. Nope. I don't know what his channel is anymore. Orbatax Utah. I think it's something like this, right? Oh, thank you. Orbatax. Wow. Okay. Oh, no, he hasn't posted. But let's see his most recent post. Let's see how the comment section's doing right now. Oh, there's Sheldon. You're a rando for hire, then roaches out and posts his stuff for clout. Laugh out loud. You definitely shouldn't be putting this video on YouTube right now. There will be more evidence. There will be more evidence for Fork Police Department against you and everyone you're with. What you should have done is tell the story and then tell the subscribers who look at your Patreon because it's locked behind a paywall. Yeah, that would have been a lot smarter, right? I'm exercising my Fifth Amendment right not to answer any questions. Am I free to go or I'm being detained? Instead, you hand over your phone, lie and snitch to the police, and then lie to your friends saying all you said to the police is that you are going on a date and left. Have you no shame? Yeah, I mean, this guy's a very interesting guy. He's he's got, he's dancing, he's doing all types of great, cool stuff. Right. Okay, cool. So we found Scott again. Thanks, Rose. Okay, now we're just going to watch some videos so I can drink some water.
Hey, guys. There's something that's been bothering me. It's been all over the Lego world. And yeah, it's the bricks and minifigs things and controversy. I have been avoiding commenting on it. I have some people I care a lot about, I think are dear friends, that are bricks and minifigs owners, franchise owners, who were not owners at the time this all went down and were not aware.
So this is how I feel about these situations. He describes it pretty good. Well, she's not a huge YouTuber. She's just like somebody who like shops at bricks and minifigs. So like, again, I give her some love, Lego loving lady. This is like an ordinary Lego builder and how they feel. The
deeper people dig into this and the more I listen on YouTube to the lawyers and things, talk about the franchisee agreement, the way the Mansell family is continuing to be treated, the lawsuits flying back and forth. I seen a interview the other day with Reckless Ben to where he was even saying, somebody asked him, what's next for you? He said, I got to figure out a way to help the store owners, these franchisees owners. The victims in this mess go far beyond the Mansell family. It's ridiculously crazy. At every turn, at every possible moment that they could do better or do something to even try and make this thing right, corporate CEO has doubled down.
This is exactly how I feel. there's many moments in time, even today, they could just say, you know what, we feel bad, we're going to give back the money. But instead, they're like, nah, we're not going to do that. Nah, we're not going to do that. And it's again, Brian Menzel is the victim, of course, but it's also the franchisees that are suffering. And they're suffering in silence because they signed a 700-page document that none of them read. In fact, one of the most ridiculous things I can imagine is they still blame Crystal. These franchisees are like snakes, right? The snakes in the wild. They really don't get... What's that, Collecting Weekly? He did a good piece on this. And it kind of blows my mind how, like, I don't know, like, if I want to say this, but it blows my mind how drinking the Kool-Aid they are. Okay, so, like, this statement, which, again, Collecting Weekly's been on top of this. They still blame Crystal. Decisions made by individuals in positions of responsibilities, so that would be Ammon McNeff, yes, along with the actions of a former store owner. Okay, obviously they're talking about Crystal here. So, like, they're still drinking the Kool-Aid. Like, Crystal has nothing to do with this. When Bricks and Minifigs takes over the store, and Crystal's like, what about consignment? Oh, that's us. It's over. Boom, 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 boom. It's like you buy a car, and the seller says, you know, I don't really know much about this car. I'm selling as is. It's up to you to realize if you buy the car and you take it as home and you buy as is, and you buy a lemon, no one is responsible for that but you. That's corporate. Okay? No matter what corporate says, they took over the store. They took over the consignment. They have video evidence of them saying, we'll take over the consignment. Don't worry about it. Just leave. I think that's what's kind of frustrating. That, like, I have talked to many of these franchisees, and many of them are still, they're still in chat. It's like they still have no idea. They're like in this type of cult or something. All of them believe they're like super independent. So when I ask them, okay, why can't you make a statement, you know, about Brian Menzel getting his Legos back? Oh, we can't do that. Okay, why not? Oh, because we're super independent. They literally, their freedom of speech has been taken away from them. There was one Lego store in Saratoga, and she was saying, oh, I hope they do better. And then boom, 4 hours later, the post got taken down. That's how, would you ever want to be part of that franchisee? No. She literally posted something like, Brian Menzel should get his Legos back. And then boom, gone. The post was taken down like 4 hours.
Several times on camera. They have abused their franchisee owners. If you've watched The Last Relic tell his story, the Guzmans tell their story.
So I think this is the opinion of the average Lego collector. Again, this is not like a YouTuber. This is not an influencer. This is not Emmasaurus, right? They've been sponsoring me for 10 years and da. No, this is the average opinion of a Lego person who shops at Bricks and Minifigs, and she will no longer be shopping there anymore.
And so many others. I think now Reckless Ben is working on a video where there is so many other franchisees, owners that have been just had their stores taken, stolen. It's such a hot mess. I personally want to say thank you to Chris at the BAM in Greensboro for always being so supportive, and I will continue to support you emotionally. I cannot. I'm going to have to vote with my pocketbook.
Yes, vote with your pocketbook. So she's talking about Chris at Greensboro, which is her local Lego Bricks and Minifigs. But this is these independent owners, they want you to believe they have nothing to do with the corporate. Even though they're paying money to corporate every month, they want you to believe that they have nothing to do with corporate. But the average Lego person, or Lego collector, or Lego builder, they see through this shit, right? She's like, you know what? I love my local bricks and minifigs, but given how bad corporate is, I can't support you anymore. Even though I love Chris at the bricks and minifigs. Like, this is the dichotomy here. Like, you love your local store, but by supporting your local store and, giving them your money, you're supporting a very evil franchisor. And there's no two ways about it. Right? Every dollar I give my local store, 10 cents goes straight up to Ammon McNeff doing just the shittiest and dumbest things that you can imagine doing. And at every turn, when Ammon has the ability to apologize, make things right, they've doubled down. So this is my perspective as well now. You cannot support the local bricks and minifigs. You just cannot. Because the more you support them, the stronger Ammon gets. And the stronger Ammon gets, the nastier things turn out for everybody, including the franchisees. Do you think Ammon is using that 10% to build them up? Or, this is a very serious discussion we're having. And the discussion is, I love my bricks and minifigs. I love the owner of bricks and minifigs. Can you support them without supporting corporate? And the answer is no. The answer is flat out no. So if you are disgusted by what Ammon McNeff is doing, you vote with your wallet. And you don't go to your local bricks and minifigs anymore and buy stuff, right? You vote with your dollar.
I have my financial support go to bricks and minifigs corporate. It's a decision I've come to. I've actually been here for a while. I just haven't made a statement. I'm hoping that by saying these things and putting it in a public record, that somehow down the road, if there is a lawsuit, if the franchisees can band together, that they can use these as proof that this damaged our business, not because of something we did, but because of corporates just torpedo.
Yes. So here's the interesting part. Long term. So the short term, long term game. Okay. Short term, these bricks and minifigs franchisees are fighting for survival because they want. Oh, we're not. Hey, we'll do our 6% sale, whatever it is, right? Long term, it's actually better for you not to support them because then they have something called damages. So when these franchisees, if they decide to sue the franchisor, again, it's very difficult. It'll be state dependent, right? Some states like California will be a lot better than other states like Utah. But the actual longevity of these bricks and minifig franchises actually depend on people not supporting them. So they can go to the franchisor and say, hey, look, we didn't do this. There are people on YouTube who are good customers, who have been great customers of ours, who we know on a first name basis, and they're no longer buying from us because of you, Ammon McNeff. Not because of us, but because of you. If you have enough people saying this, it does look like the damages will be very massive, right? Like I said, I think it is very interesting what she's saying here, because she is a bricks and she's not Ammosaurus. Ammosaurus has been sponsored for 10 years. When she gets pregnant, they send her a $2,000 box of baby gifts. Ammosaurus, for all intents and purposes, is a influencer previously paid for 10 years by bricks and minifigs. That's not the person we're talking about. We're talking about the customer. So Ammosaurus is a customer, but she's also a paid influencer, so it's kind of weird. So she's getting a lot of free stuff. This is somebody spending their hard-earned money saying no. No matter how good the owner is, no matter how independent the family is, no matter how much I love Bricks and Minifigs, the store, my local store, it's toxic from top. And I cannot financially support my local store because it financially supports the corporate. I think that's the view everyone has to take. Boycott Bricks and Minifigs for their own good. Now, again, the store owners will tell you, oh, well, you know, whatever, you're hurting us, blah, blah. Yes, in the short term, it'll hurt you. But in the long term, it actually presents a very interesting legal case where you have damages on a platter. You have a customer who spends, let's say, X amount of dollars a month, saying, I cannot spend X amount of dollars a month with you, not because you're bad, not because your owner sucks, but because of Ammon McNeff.
The brand.
Goosey, when I get pregnant, I will get a bunch of leftover. Yeah, we'll talk about that, Goosey. I do have some leftover stuff.
At this point, is there anything I think that can be done to salvage the Bricks and Minifigs reputation? I really don't. I think it's too far gone.
Yes, this is the average Lego customer who actually shops at Bricks and Minifigs saying, I don't think anything can be done. I agree. Like, literally nothing can be done unless Ammon McNeff gets removed. Even Amosaurus said the same thing.
For too long. There's been too many opportunities to do the right thing and then just doubling down on the wrong things. So I hate it. I hate the whole ball of wax. It's put a shadow over the Lego hobby and the Lego community. A dark one. Not that all Bricks and Minifigs prior to this scandal were the best place to do business for resellers. I think Chris is an exception instead of a rule where it comes to that. I feel really bad for owners like in Danville and Kernersville whose stores opened right around the time that all this broke loose. So that's where I stand. That's just where I stand. So you guys have a great day. I won't be talking about this anymore. It's just what it is at this point. Now, back to our fun, love, and community and hobby.
Yeah, this is somebody who really doesn't want to talk about, hey, the Lego drama. She just wants to make fun Lego videos, on her YouTube channel, talk about, cool Legos and, and then, go to her local Lego store and build some stuff. And now even she feels compelled that she needs to make a video, right? She needs to make a video saying, hey, I love my local Bricks and Minifig store, but because Ammon McNeff has acted so badly over the last month that, like, I can't even, she sounds so sad and disappointed. But that's the nature of things. Like, Ammon McNeff sucks. And he's hurting a lot of people. Including her. She wants nothing more for this drama to be over, and she can go back to her local Bricks and Minifig store and talk to the owner and buy more Bricks and Mini. Let's see the comments below. I'm kind of interested to see what the comments would be. Brick by brick, justice for Brian Min. Oh, Tattle. Okay, Tattle. Forgot about Tattle in this episode. All the franchises, hostages of BAM. Thank you for having the correct opinion despite how close to your heart. And yeah, it's personal relationships, yes. One of the things BAM Corporate was supposed to do for the franchises is advertising, and I collect a lot of Lego. Yeah, I've never heard of this place. Yeah, exactly. 1% of their gross revenue is supposed to go to national advertising. Now, we know from documents they don't actually spend 1%. They spend like less than 0.5%. So they keep the money. Like I'm saying, it's actually larger than the 6% franchise fee, because the 1% advertising fee, more than 50% of that goes to Ammon and McNeff directly. They don't spend it on advertising. It's literally in their financial disclosure documents that if you pay them $100 for advertising, they're only going to spend $47. Oh, Scott, thank you for the $9.99. Been camping for the last 2 weeks. BBQ's back, by the way, from camping as well. Catch me up again. Who's winning today? Did they really get arrested? Have the police apologize yet? Oh, wow. Scott, we have a lot to cover. We've been live streaming every day. Wow, Scott did it twice, I think by mistake. Okay. Scott, we have a lot to cover here. You can go to our lives every single day. We've been live streaming about bricks and minifigs every single day for the last 2 weeks. So who's winning? Well, I can tell you who's losing. Bricks and minifigs is losing a lot. Did they really get arrested? No, they haven't. Nobody. Well, Tyler and Sheldon got arrested for unrelated things to bricks and minifigs. And the police in Kaiser did apologize, but the police in American Fork and in Provo City are still suing right now. So that's kind of the answers to your questions. Oh, we're getting close. Yeah, most importantly, Ben was not arrested recently. Brick by brick, if the franchisees don't condemn corporate, they don't. Yes, this is exactly how I feel. Like, these franchisees, they're always talking about how independent they are, cowboys. Oh, no problem. But Scott, you can watch we have live streams every single day now. We're doing live streams every day. So anytime there is like big news, boom. Like, we bring the big news, right? I guess the big news in today's episode is like the leather company. I think that's kind of interesting. They had their own leather mask company. And it was Ammon McNeff. It was Matt McNeff. And it looked like they were working from like their dad's home. Yes, they're here for the Psyduck. We're getting close. Probably by the time I finish lunch, I'll be able to get my Pokemon cards, hopefully. Voting with your pocketbook. Yep. Okay. Lust, I know you hate that I annoy you, but all place about this subject, I tell everyone. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Karina F. Big news for Tony. Boom. Yes. Okay, so good video. Shout out to her. I think this is how most people feel. Most people feel about bricks and minifigs today. Do not support your local bricks and minifigs. All right, Ammon McNeff.
Reading a lot of books and talking to a lot of other franchisors, as many as would let me talk their ear off and ask as many questions as I possibly could. That's really what it boils down to. And you know, me personally, I found Greg Nathan's book, Profitable Partnerships, to be instrumental in helping me and my brother, and then the whole organization, really navigate through the franchisee-franchisor relationship. And so we love that book. We get a copy of it for every single new signing franchisee, and just want them to know that, look, we're all human, and if as long as we can communicate together and work together, we're going to find solutions. And yeah, there's still going to be times you're going to disagree with us, or we're going to disagree with you, but we're going to make things work, and it's been very helpful for us. And so I would definitely say that has been instrumental for that. And that book was recommended by a franchisor. I think
So he's like, oh, we're going to work with you. We're going to make things work. Does that sound like how they treated Crystal or Last Relic? When they just come in the middle of the night and they're like, you're gone. And we're going to steal all of your Legos. doesn't sound like Ammon really took. It sounds like Ammon needs to listen to Ammon.
Development director at Lendio,
Okay.
which is a financial services franchise that's also based in Salt Lake City. I think the hardest time period for us was when we transitioned from being franchisees to the franchisor, and then kind of opening our eyes, like, and the founders of the brand, they did not set out to start a franchise, right? So their systems kind of developed after the fact, and they didn't have a ton of experience developing systems for a large group of franchisees. And so they were attacking most of their problems from the standpoint of, okay, what's the biggest emergency right now? And that's, I think, pretty natural for a lot of founders to deal with things in that capacity.
Yeah.
What is the biggest emergency right now? What is it, Ammon? Can you tell us what the biggest emergency to your brand is right now? It's Ammon.
But when we took over, we looked at a lot of things and said, okay, great. Here's all of these problems. Here are the short-term problems. Here are the mid-range, and then the long-term problems. And we can't be focusing on fixing the short-term problems only. We have to be looking at short-term problem-like solutions that will then also result in long-term success. And so we had to be a lot more methodical about some of that, and a lot of the original franchisees had a hard time dealing with us being methodical about our approach to some of these things. And so
So the original franchisees, when they became the franchisor, were really upset about how they were treating them. Because again, they probably were initially more independent, but now I can tell you they're not independent at all. They don't even have freedom of speech, guys. They legitimately don't even have the freedom to talk. So if you don't have freedom of speech, how independent are you? As a friend, like, if you can't even say what Emmasaurus said, Emmasaurus, I mean, she's going to sugarcoat it as much as she can, right? But if you're not even able to say what Emmasaurus said, that, hey, these guys got to step down, right? How much freedom, this is the very interesting part. None of these people actually are, they believe, so they're drinking, they believe, I believe they believe they are,
charges in your
I believe these franchisees believe they're independent, but then they act and behave like they can't even say stuff.
that means making the Mansell family whole, which they deserve to be made right.
Yeah, can't they just say the Mansell family deserves to be made right? If Emmasaurus can say this, how come these independently run franchises cannot say that?
They wanted some immediate solutions right now, and there was just no way for us to just immediately, like, flip a switch and say, great, here's your solution. So we had to approach it a little bit differently, and I think that created some rifts, and like we had a few franchisees decide that it was time to sell because a lot of those solutions meant that.
Interesting. So Ammon comes in and he implements, quote, solutions, and because these solutions suck so much, many of these franchisees like, nah, we don't want this anymore, right? Yeah, Rose, bam, believe and misunderstood. Absolutely. Does this sound familiar? Ammon comes in, he does Ammon stuff. A lot of these franchisees like, oh man, we don't want to be part of this no more. We want to sell. Oh, I have a buyer. His name is Brandon Best.
That we had to completely change how the franchise model worked.
Sure. Meaning,
like, it wasn't going to be just a free-for-all. You can do whatever you want. And I think that's also pretty normal in some emerging brands, right, for franchising. By the time we took over, there were at least 5 or 6 additional grand openings that took place, and like things that had been signed. So by the time we took over, there had been at least 1 or 2 stores that had closed prior to us taking over the store, or excuse me, the franchise. And so we kind of did a deep dive analysis as to what occurred there, and some of them were pretty like just whatever the case is. So, but by the time we took over and we were in place, I want to say we had gotten to 38, if not 40 stores. But then there were a couple of those franchisees that just immediately right after when we took over and were trying to put together, long-term solutions, that they just said, like, no, thanks, we don't want to deal with you guys, and say that they just up and, quit the system. And at the time, we weren't equipped to, rescue any of those stores.
At the time, we weren't equipped to rescue. Okay, remember what they told Last Relic and Crystal. These are store rescuers. Josh Johnson, who is now, I guess he's related to Joseph Smith. Now they have created a department of Josh Johnson and Brandon Best. And their whole idea is they rescue these stores that want to quit. Wow. Okay. So Ammon takes over. A bunch of stores are like, nah, we don't want to do this anymore. You suck, Ammon. We're leaving. And at the time, they didn't have Josh Johnson and Brandon Best.
Stores, we just didn't have some of the knowledge base and whatnot to be able to kind of take care of that. And so we dropped down to, I believe, somewhere around 35 stores when we were kind of in full swing of things and ready to really start moving forward again. So.
And Ammon, you've had explosive growth though since that time. You obviously put a lot of new systems and processes in place, and you were able to accelerate that growth at a much faster pace. What do you think has?
Yeah, Scott. BAM emerging brand now equals stealing, lying, cheating. Ammon is the word. Yeah, Ammon, he has cost these franchisees their livelihood. Like that woman said, there's no recovery. Like, what was that woman's name again? What was her name again? It was a very long name. Oh, this. Look. She says there's no hope.
Where it comes to hate the whole ball of wax, it's put a shadow over the hobby and the Lego community, a dark one. Not that all bricks and minifigs prior to this scandal were the best place to do business for resale wax. It's put a shadow on the bricks and minifigs reputation. I really don't. I think torpedoing the brand. At this point, is there anything I think that can be done to salvage the bricks and minifigs reputation? I really don't. I think it's...
Yes, it's done. When the average Lego builder who actually shops at bricks and minifigs says there's nothing that can be done at this point in time to salvage the bricks and minifigs brand, you know this guy messed up. Oh man, you know this guy messed up. When a person who's a bricks and minifigs customer who knows the store owner, likes shopping at bricks and minifigs, likes Legos, when this person speaks up, you're dead. You're dead. There's no hope. There's literally no hope for this. Look how sad she sounds. She really wants to support them, but she has come to the conclusion, which is correct, I can't support them no more if this is the guy on top.
As as a CEO, what do you think that you had implemented that said, you know what, we're ready to accelerate this growth?
Yeah. Well, I would say the first thing we did was kind of rebuild a lot of the financial data from all of the stores. That was something that, again, the founders, again, love them to death, but they did not, put together financial data from all of the stores, like their monthly reports, like some of these other types of things. And so we didn't really have a large historical database of how the stores were performing and growth trends or any of that stuff. So we got to work immediately putting that together, and it took us a good little while to kind of go grab some historical data. One of the other big first things that we did was to find a point of sale system that would enable us to grow versus the one that we had that was very...
Yeah, again, I can understand. So, everyone has to use the same point of sale system. Previously, it looks like some franchisees use this, some franchisees use that. That shows more independence. The one thing I can tell you, I can promise you they're not independent. And in fact, I think this was a bigger issue. I don't know why people don't see this as a bigger issue, but we actually talked to a Bricks and Minifigs that just opened. And I thought this was a huge issue.
Because we do know some people do try to pit stores against stores on, hey, like, while it's getting evaluated there, it's also there. He's also sending emails out to somebody else on how much it would cost. And stuff like that.
Okay, so whatever the first offer would be, it's likely that all the other stores will have something within the range. Okay, well, thank you so much, son, and good luck.
We all help each other as well. Because we do know some people do try to. Well, you could take it to multiple stores, but then everybody's in the store is going to know what the first store offered you.
Oh, okay. So so this is crazy. I think not enough people are talking about this. So so like this wouldn't ever happen in Pokemon, by the way. So I am an independent Bricks and Minifig store, but my customer is getting shafted because if he goes to this Bricks and Minifig store and they lowball him at 20%, then I go to another Bricks and Minifig store. They actually already know what the lowball offer is. So instead of giving me a offer depending on their own needs, let's say I have a bunch of Harry Potter and they don't have Harry Potter, but Harry Potter sells really well this location. They can't actually offer me more because they already see the first offer in the system. So all the Bricks and Minifigs are connected. They're all connected. Oh, Billy, sell a franchise, watch it fail, take it back for pennies on the dollar, secure the Lego distribution deal, and now you built a corporate-owned network of stores that suckers pay for better than 7%. They're not really doing the national advertisement. But yeah, shout out to Billy and Refresh Toys. He will have a different name. Billy, as soon as you have a different name, we'll talk about. Maybe we'll do like another interview. I think Billy's going to rename his company something different. So I don't want to keep saying Refresh Toys because like if somebody watches this later, they're not going to, it's not going to be named that anymore. Billy, do you have a name for your new store or no? Are you still like looking at names? But anyway, like this is a very, very awful situation. Yeah. Oh my God. We're going to have to log out as soon as I'm able to in.
It was very much going to be stacked. Integrate with, didn't have an open API for us to be able to integrate other programs.
Really, you wouldn't name like your company Brick by Brick? I think that would be hilarious if the company was named Brick by Brick.
To be able to help franchisees grow and see reporting and all sorts of things. And so those two big things is understanding the unit level economics, and really pushing for ways that we could identify what they were missing on a large scale versus anything else like that. That helped set the stage for, as we then saw these stores start implementing some of those things, like that we identified as needing to be fixed.
Oh, okay.
The stores then began to, then as that growth happened, obviously our FTD became really like much better than it was previously and became much more attractive to people. I guess that was the big thing that we did. The other thing I would say is identifying the missing set of skills that a lot of our essentially early adopting franchisees didn't have, and then looking to complement those. And so a lot of our franchisees came from corporate America. They did not have a lot of retail experience, retail management experience, things along those lines.
Oh, wow. So we picked franchisees that had literally no retail experience. I can smell you. Thank you for the $5. I'm using the names on the reviews on Legally Minds Google as a blacklist for anything medical I need just in case. Yeah, imagine this. Okay. Let me tell you. So that's a very good point. Legally Mind. So like remember, like every dentist these people work with, if like they let's say they did a root canal and they injured you, right? They like took out your like whatever, something bad. Let's say like you went to a dentist and they were members of Legally Mind and they do your root canal. They like do your root canal on the other side of something, like something ridiculous. You couldn't actually sue them because they have multiple business LLCs. So number one, it would be very difficult for you to figure out who to sue. And number two, there's no money to sue because it's all this shell company, right? So yes, like I would not work with any dentist or medical provider or business professional who hired Legally Mine. If you had Legally Mine's client list, those are the dentists you should not go to. Because if something bad happens to you, let's say they make a mistake, they will not compensate you. They treat customers like shit. Okay? Customers are treated like shit. And this is the same. When I call that thing, I was kind of shocked. But I didn't really know. I didn't really understand, like, how can this be? If I go to one Bricks and Minifigs and they really need Harry Potter, I go to another Bricks and Minifigs and they don't want Harry Potter, how can my minifig not sell for something different? One of them really wants this minifig, the other one does not. Shouldn't the price be different? Oh no, we just log it into the system and whatever the offer is the offer. That should not happen, guys. Even though I understand their franchises are working together, based on collectible items, some franchisees are going to actually need this minifig. Some will not. So how can I as the customer get lowballed by everybody? Like, if I went to 11 different Bricks and Minifigs, all 11 will lowball me, even the ones that really need the Harry Potter stuff? It makes no sense. But, if you guys want to, you want to see this in real time, you guys don't believe me, we only call people on the phone. Well, look at this guy.
Gonna do the biggest toy store of its kind. Everything you ever. TC14 from.
Cool. Well, glad we got it back.
Yeah, sorry about that. That was actually a mistake. No, that's all cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure it's real. So, if you look online, like that's on the.
No, I mean
If you didn't want to buy it, that's okay.
Yeah, I don't want that one.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Have a good night.
I don't want that one when he really desperately wants that one.
So to recap, store number 1 offered us in cash 18% of the true value of our figures. Store number 2
Guys, doesn't this sound familiar? These are all under 20%.
offered 6%, store number 3 offered 19%, and store number 4 offered 10%. Awesome.
So they're all, under 20%, but the 18 and 19%, that jumps out at me because that's the 20% that I'm working with, right? For minifigs, they're offering about 20% on used. So it's not like a magic, the magic number is 20%.
And so we identified a couple of different resources.
Oh, okay. Billy has a new name. Sorry, my phone died. We have a new name. I can't share it, but it has bricks in the name. And I specifically picked it with many locations in mind. Okay. Billy may be franchising his model soon. Billy may have a franchise model available soon. Dude, if I'm a customer, I'm going to be super pissed if I go to 11 Bricks and Minifigs and they offer me the same amount of money. I'm not going to be happy.
That our stores could, utilize as kind of third-party education or even coaching programs.
Oh no, coaching and education. When I think of multi-level marketing, and I think of like Andrew Tate and the Tate brothers, I think about like coaching and like, dude, like I own a marketing agency. I get it, man. Everyone's trying to sell you a course. Ty Lopez in my garage, right? Hey, look at my cool Lamborghini, but that's not really the best part. Look at all these books I never read, and look at all the knowledge. Like, when somebody's trying to sell you education or coaching, like, that's like a red flag that this might be a multi-level marketing scheme, right? Or this might be some type of cult. And these guys love education. They send you out for a week of training with Ammon McNeff at corporate. You have to pay for it. It costs up to $10,000 for training. So they decided, you know what? We can't let these retailers just sell by themselves. We need to educate them and coach them. Whenever I see coaching, I think, oh no, this sounds like a multi-level marketing type of deal, right?
For retail that like made a tremendous difference for a lot of our stores.
Yes, and then who's actually coaching you? The McNeff's, who previous to like owning, like kind of like just buying this thing out from their dad actually used to own. What they're forgetting to tell you is they actually kicked their dad out of the business, right? Their dad, Daniel McNeff, was actually part of this business. He was the ex-CEO of Bricks and Minifigs. So, like, what do these guys know about, like, running a franchise? Not very much, to be honest with you.
And as some, and especially in franchising, as one store starts seeing success and develop.
Our franchising LLC is a newly registered in Utah. I hope not, Billy. I hope you're registered in Ohio or at least Delaware.
They kind of look to those stores and say, well, what are you doing? Or like, oh, well, I was introduced to this program. You should try it too. And so then some of those stores start seeing some of the same success, and then we can, garner some of that. And so that's really, I think, what made a big difference was putting some of the right systems in place initially up front.
The coaching made a very big difference.
Mm-hmm. Identifying kind of some of the pitfalls and then introducing solutions for those that then enabled the growth of each of the individual units to start seeing some of that growth.
So before you guys took over, did the prior founders not collect the financial data of each individual franchisee?
I think they viewed the fact that they could go back into the individual point of sale systems whenever they felt like it. Good enough, if that makes any sense.
Sure, yeah, but there wasn't like a scorecard and...
Correct, right. And so, like, again, it's not that they were ignoring any of that stuff. It's just that they just didn't feel the need to put it into spreadsheets and analyze some of those different types of things. And that's, again, like, they were very successul in their own right at managing retail.
This is the guy who didn't realize, like, he had his own spreadsheet. I've been, the U-Haul is a big one because it's like a physical item. But there was also another time he got caught lying. It was about these spreadsheets.
Match Brian's collection that were not marked as sold under this inventory spreadsheet. Some of our Salem.or bricks and minifigs.
Are a good start.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we never got that. That was never sent to us.
Dun, dun, dun. Huge lie. Huge liar. Look at him. We never got the spreadsheet. You dumbass, you own the spreadsheet. It's your name on, like when you create a spreadsheet, it's like who owns it, like who created it. Well, it turned out it was Ammon McNeff.
Us at corporate, by the way.
Y'all do have the spreadsheet though, yeah? Y'all have the spreadsheet.
That was shared online, but months after we asked for it.
It says it's. I'm so confused. It says I'm on the file right now. It says storage used, owned by BAM Franchising Inc. Owner Salem.or bricksandminifigs.com.
What are you looking at?
It says owner Salem.or.
We don't have the list, and we just don't have it, and we never got it. God, look at this. Who owns this website? bricksandminifigs.com. Well, the owner of the website also controls every email address. So, what? I mean, talk about spreadsheets, man. Come on, man. You gotta use them.
Are at bricksandminifigs.com. That's you guys. It says owned by BAM Franchising Inc. It says created September 6th, 2024. And when I look at it, this is the Mansell list, I believe.
Yep, there we go.
So this would have been created under so we have the.
You can tell he's lying. So this would have been he look at his face. Dude, look at this guy's face. He got caught red-handed in a lie. Any idiot with a website knows that the only person who controls the website email is the owner of the website. Are you saying Crystal owns bricksandminifigs.com? That would be insane for you to say that. It would be insane. You own the emails.
Y'all definitely have this. Y'all have access to this.
Well, I had no idea. Like,
I had no idea. I only made the document. I have no idea. Look. Oh, jeez.
So if this is the first that anybody has shown me that a spreadsheet was created using like Bricks and Minifigs Salem, like, and all of this stuff was archived. This is the first I've seen that this spreadsheet was created by Crystal, and we don't know how accurate it is, how up to date it was.
Oh, now instead of saying, "Oh, who created a spreadsheet?" We don't know how accurate it is, up to date. Oh, geez. He's kind of moving the goalposts, right? So the answer isn't like how accurate, how up to date. So I want to point out Ammon McNeff, like his strategy, okay? So the question is, did you receive the spreadsheet? He said no. Well, that's weird because your name is on the spreadsheet. Well, we don't know how accurate it is and the up to date. Like, no. The question is, did you receive the spreadsheet? You said no, when clearly the answer is yes, right? So you could have said, did you receive the spreadsheet? Your answer is like, yes, but I didn't know how updated it was. That wasn't the answer. The answer was no. So now he is lying, and because he's not very good at it, now he has to continue to lie and continue to lie.
It was, we don't know a lot of those types of things, and understand, I appreciate you sharing this with us because we had no idea. Again, you don't know what you don't know, and you can't, like, we don't know everything, and we don't go, like, looking in every...
Oh, Ammon does not know everything. Okay. He doesn't know anything, so then how do you know Brian Menzau's not owed the $80,000? You seem to be pretty clear about that.
Cranny everywhere, like, we just don't know some of those things. So if that's there, we can now have our team go look for that.
When it comes right down to it...
Yes. That is Ammon McNeff lying to you in 4K.
Retail locations to grow the brand, like, to the point where people wanted to franchise with them, which drove them to start franchising. But, I truly do. I love the founders of our brand. John and David were, fantastic at getting this up and running. And I think, we actually still work with one of them. David is kind of came back and been working with us again on a lot of different things and continue to help us, like, with some of that growth. And so there's just...
So, like, yes, he's the owner. So the buck stops with him. The buck stops with Ammon.
Phenomenal things that we can see from them, but just whatever their training was and so forth in life, they just didn't probably see the need to gather some of that and analyze it. Now, my degree is in psychology, and so I always laugh with my brother. Again, I tell people he's smarter than me. He's got a degree in physics, and so like, we in psychology, we have what's called hard science envy, because we're not one of those, like math, like physics, like even geology. Like, I love geology. That was one of my other potential, majors or whatever. But
yeah, he could have just been a geologist, and none of this would have mattered. But he was a psychologist.
Because all of our, psychologists, like psychology and everything else is all in the head, and it's harder to like, really, like, measure something that's in the head. You have to quantify everything.
Sure.
And so, like, with a degree in psychology, I really learned how to maximize the ability to quantify a lot of things. And if you can quantify something, then you can obviously measure it. If you can measure it, you can improve it. If you can improve it, then, like, you can set goals to make that improvement.
Absolutely.
So that's what we did. Yeah. Well, I would say the first thing we did was kind of rebuild a lot of the financial data from all of the stores. That was something that, again, the founders, again, love them to death, but they did not, like, put together financial data from all of the stores, like their monthly reports, like some of these other types of things. And so we didn't really have a large historical database of how the stores were performing and growth trends or any of that stuff. So we we got to work immediately putting that together, and it took us a good little while to kind of go grab some historical data. One of the other big first things that we did was...
So this guy seems like he really likes Excel spreadsheets. I mean, it's kind of weird that, like, he wouldn't know about the Excel spreadsheet where that's, like, all he's doing and talking about. Okay, let's the data management's kind of boring. Let's continue on.
I mean, obviously, I think almost every franchise brand that, like, develops and evolves kind of initially has the, like, hey, anybody can be a franchisee. Please come be a franchisee kind of thing, right?
Wow.
And there are going to be some that like, want to take that risk, and like, they are definitely more entrepreneurial, I think, to a certain... I think that created some... I mean, obviously, I think almost every franchise brand that, like, develops and evolves kind of initially has the, like, hey, anybody can be a franchisee.
No, not anybody can be a franchisee. Not everyone's meant to own a business. Running a business is really tough. So I think this dream of everyone being a franchisee is actually a nightmare. I think the dream of, like, everyone owning a business, most people should not own businesses. Most people are not qualified to own a business. They don't really understand margins, cash flow, EBITDA, right? Taxes. Having your first employee is a nightmare. It is. Because now you pay, like, all types of taxes you weren't paying before. Like, not everyone should own a franchise, and not everyone should own a business. That is my personal opinion.
Franchisee, please come be a franchisee kind of thing, right?
Right.
And there are going to be some that like, want to take that risk, and like, they are definitely more entrepreneurial, I think, to a certain extent, like, if they are early adopters. But then as you start to grow and develop, you identify, like, what makes a good franchisee of your brand. And so I think we've done that, to a certain extent, and we have franchisees from all over the place.
Oh, Sheldon is here. Okay, where's Sheldon? How did your stream go, Sheldon? Hey, Sheldon. Yeah, Sheldon is he is now a live streamer who does 10 hours. Yeah, we were watching some of it actually on the channel, the Yi stuff.
Most of them, I would say, have a love and a passion for the product. There are definitely a handful that really don't know much about the product, but they see it as a good venture, and they see, like, the great community, like, involvement that the stores can bring.
Oh.
And so they
Sheldon, did your GoFundMe get sorted out? Is it, like, safe to donate to GoFundMe now?
really like that, and it's good and profitable in that capacity. But again, for the most part, it kind of mixes both. Those that see that, but are also really...
Oh, he's streaming me, streaming him. Okay, yeah, very interesting. Okay, very... We can send... I'm almost done, because the Pokemon Center counter is here. We'll send the raid to Sheldon, if he's still live. So Sheldon, I guess, like, keep going live, and we'll send the raid to you. We're almost done here. Like, we got... In Pokemon terms, we have 8 minutes.
Really big fans of the product, and so there's good passion that goes into a lot of our franchisees, and so most of
he ended his stream. Okay,
our franchisees, I would say, have a lot of passion not only for the product but for being involved in their community, and so that makes for our brand. I do feel like that makes a good franchisee because they bring that passion to the table and they really want to be a part of a growing and thriving community.
So this is where people are most critical of Crystal, because Crystal wants to bring her passion for the community. She has like ADHD. She wants to help kids who may have other issues, right? She wants, like, you know, the kid to come in, talk about dinosaurs for an hour. So, like, you cannot actually tell me that it's Crystal's fault, because they're targeting people like Crystal. They're targeting people like the Last Relic. They're targeting, hey, do you want to be part of a bigger community? Are you passionate about Legos? Do you want to grow the community? Do you have, like... They're intentionally attracting people who may not be, like, super good at business, but they're very passionate about Legos and community. Let me repeat this again. They may not be super motivated by like making every last dollar, every last cent. Like Crystal said, and Last Relic said, hey, we wanted to open a Lego store for the community. You know, we had personal issues in the past that we're dealing with, and we want to make sure that it's a safe, friendly place. So they're not targeting people who are really good at business. They're not targeting a Wall Street wolf, right? Hey, we want to make sure that our franchisees are run by people who want like every last dollar. No, they're targeting people who are passionate about Legos and their community, right?
Community, not just in their local areas, but also networked with the other franchisees.
Are they typically owner operated, or do you also have manager operated stores?
We have both. I would definitely say the majority of them are owner operator currently, though we are seeing a little bit of a trend moving more towards the, owner with a managing partner or something along those lines. Yeah.
And besides being passionate, which I think is a great foundation for somebody
Right.
to have.
So according to Ammon, if you want to be a Bricks and Minifigs franchisee, you should be passionate. That's all you need. You need a passion for Lego and a passion for your community. These two traits do not make a good business person.
What are some of the other traits business-wise that you look for in a franchise owner in order for them to be successful? Or what are maybe some of the common traits of your most successful
this is very good.
franchisees?
Yeah, definitely. Like if I will say those that have come to the table with previous either retail experience or business ownership experience, that usually is indicative of somebody who's going to.
But where did they get their retail experience? Where did Crystal get it from? She got it from Bricks and Minifigs.
Drive good success because they don't fall prey to as much of the roller coaster that first-time business owners can fall into. But we definitely have some first-time business owners who have weathered that storm and have become very successful in their own right. But for sure, I would say those that do have some form of retail management experience and or business ownership experience tend to, make really good, successful franchisees. Because otherwise, first time being in business, the first time, you struggle with the fact that your deposits were delayed because of a holiday, and you ran your payroll sooner than you thought you were going to have funds and all this other stuff, and a vendor sent in a bill that they all these things hit at once, and suddenly you're going to have to go to your employees and say, hey, payroll is going to be delayed by 2 days, but don't panic, don't worry, it's just because of this. But that is a really difficult thing for a lot of people. And if they've never experienced that before, it can put you in a negative spiral that is sometimes hard for people to get out of.
Yeah, I bet. What about people that are looking to get into the franchise? I mean, for your brand, what would be a common misconception of what Bricks and Minifigs is all about?
That all all you do is play with Lego all day. I would say that's maybe not as common because we've brought on a really great process for the Fran Dev process. We have an
8-step process with coaching and training and what is this an MLM?
Step process for those, or I guess the discovery process for our brand. And that 8-step process really helps walk them through a lot of things. But I would definitely say that that's probably especially to the, somebody who's just casually interested and well, maybe I would want to be a franchisee. Sometimes they may think that I just get to sit and build Lego sets all day and everything else. And while you probably could, probably not going to turn into a lot of success if you as the owner are spending all of your time focused on building up sets and some of those types of things. But for sure, hiring the right people is going to be the thing that will help overcome that right off the bat. So that's probably one that probably is a misconception that a lot of times people think that it's going to be easy for them to just be an owner operator. Even as an owner operator, you have to hire the right team members because if you try and do it all by yourself all the time, 24/7, 7 days a week, at 12 months out of the year, you're going to burn yourself out so fast. And we really try hard to pound that into people's brains as they're going through the process and be like, hey, think about, the hiring processes and who, you're going to be able to work well with so that you can make sure that you're taking time off for yourself, because then you're going to be more successful. Biggest surprise. Oh boy. I guess how difficult it is to convey to franchisees how much we care and how much we want them to succeed.
The most difficult thing is to convey to franchisees how much we care and how much we want them to succeed. Oh my God. Like, Ammon McNeff needs to, like, listen to Ammon McNeff in the past. Holy moly.
Without still being viewed with a skeptical eye. I think sometimes it's more difficult for franchisees to see the longer term play.
Oh my God. This is so funny. I mean, this is so funny. Like, if Ammon McNeff knew what he would get himself into right now, would he even react and do the same way? I don't know, man. Holy shit. This is very funny. Okay, tomorrow we will conclude with the rest of this video. This is a very funny video. It's basically Ammon McNeff telling Ammon McNeff in the future not to do this type of stuff. And of course, Ammon McNeff in the past, you know, he doesn't seem like, I don't know. It's really weird, right? It's really weird to hear him talk about this type of stuff, understanding where he is today and the decisions that he's made for the franchisees today. It's kind of hard to, like, juxtapose these two Ammon McNeffs, right? So this was done a long time ago, like a long time ago. So this was when they still only had, oh, Jesus. Okay, we have to log out now. Bye, guys. Okay, what the heck? Okay, I'm trying to log out before they freeze me.